Welcome to Luxury Dallas, your go-to guide for the city's finest. If you love looking at beautiful homes, or maybe you're in the market for a new one, well, this just might be the show for you. We tour 3 beautiful homes that are on the market, each more luxurious than the next. And then we sit down with Dr. Jeffrey Adelglass of Skintastic to find out the difference between Botox and Dysport and learn how to look more relaxed and youthful. Welcome to Luxury Dallas. I'm so excited to have with us today Candy Evans from Candy's Dirt. And oh yeah, you need to check out that blog because this woman dishes all the dirt on the luxury properties that are available here in Dallas. Thank you for joining us, Candy.
Oh my God, thank you for having me. I love houses. You know, they excite me.
And this is a gorgeous home. Tell us where we are.
We are at 9008 Briarwood in the heart of Bluffview, which is like one of the hottest areas in Dallas right now. You can't get in. And it is an amazing home. It's only $13 million, well, just a couple dollars under $13 million. And guess what? You're not going to have to exercise today, Leanne, because it's 16,000 square feet. So get your hiking boots on, honey. We're going to go hiking through luxury.
Awesome. Let's go.
Okay. You know, this amazing home is actually over 16,000 square feet large. I mean, it's huge. I mean, the owner says it may even be larger than that. They got a little carried away when they were building it, which, you know, can happen, beautifully carried away. But it is so energy efficient that the city of Dallas did not even know how to rate it. Let me tell you, there's geothermal. All of these windows are Criddle windows imported from England. They are the most energy efficient windows you can buy, and they keep out the cold and they keep out the heat. They're amazing. Plus, the house has river rock all around it, so there's just insulation everywhere. There's also a Vermont slate roof that keeps all the elements out. So actually, the bills for, you know, air conditioning or heating this home are far less than they would be in a conventional home, probably a third its size, believe it or not. Now this room has one of my favorite floors. Ann Sachs, get over here and look at your handiwork. The guy actually got on a Pilates ball and laid every little piece of tile here, every little bit of mosaic by hand, and it is exquisite. Of course, I like the outside too. I mean, it's gorgeous. Look at that pool with that river rock around it. I just don't know which room is my favorite. We'll have to keep looking. This is my dream master bath. I mean, I've got this beautiful tub here. Did you hear me? I'm already owning it. I've got this beautiful tub here. It's a Duravit. It's a total spa jacuzzi bath that actually cleans itself when you're finished. So that takes the work out of that. There's a beautiful multiple head shower. I call them Joan Crawford showers, you know, because you can just get clean from every angle. There are, of course, you know, the counters in here are beautiful and they're made out of marble, but the homeowner was so smart. She built in these little hidden doors that you can stash all your cosmetics and things in, because of course we never need those things in our life, do we? No, we hide them behind doors. The floor is heated. It's a marble floor that's heated. There's beautiful inlet mosaics in here that are reminiscent of the tree that actually inspired this room. This is kind of like a treehouse master spa retreat. And you know, just lock me in. Just lock me in. I'll see you later. Let me introduce you to the best man cave in Dallas. It's not just a man cave, it's a kid cave, and it is a professional movie theater right in your home. Movie buffs, come on in. We are over a 4-car garage, a very large 4-car garage. We've got sound behind all these beautiful hand-hewn wood walls, and we have countless numbers of beams up there. You know, all the beams in this house were done out of oak. They were put together. There's probably 150 here in this room alone, and they're just beautiful. But the sound quality is amazing. If you get hungry, there's a kitchen behind you, so you don't have to run downstairs. You just go back in there, you sit in those chairs, and you put your feet up and you listen to the best sound system, probably in North Texas. Now, when you're done watching the latest release up here, probably a Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie deal, you know, they're probably even here with you, you go downstairs to the wine room. And this is a wine room to end all wine rooms. First of all, it holds thousands of bottles of wine. It's air cooled. You could even put your cigars in here, as I think this homeowner does. Now, this is a room that I seriously know a lot of moms in Dallas would kill for. it's the crafts room, or some might even call it the wrapping room. Seriously, come by on a Friday afternoon and there are not one but 2 Girl Scout troops in here, very, very busy. Okay, I think I finally found my favorite room in this house. And let me tell you, there are plenty to choose from. I love the kitchen. First of all, it's a cook's kitchen because the owner of this house really cooks like every single day, bless her heart. But look at this kitchen. She has everything here. She has 2 dishwashers. She's got a trash compactor. She's got a Wolf stove Supreme. She's got refrigeration, cooling, heating, Miele built in. It is fabulous. Plus she's got space. But you know what I love the best about this kitchen is you can really feel the warmth here. We have over 60 beams that were put together by hand. Gorgeous hand-hewn oak beams that just create the aesthetic structure of this room and make it stand out like no other family room in Dallas. But what I really love is that fireplace with all the river rock. Let me tell you a story about the river rock in this house. It's everywhere. It was hand-picked. It was imported from Wyoming, Montana, California, wherever they could legally get it. And that stonemason looked at every piece before he put it up. So we have a graduated river rock fireplace from the bottom of the floor to the tip top of this cathedral ceiling, and it is amazing. Now let me tell you, river runs through it. Remember that movie? Well, a river really does run through this property. It's a creek, but you get the idea. So we're going to go out and look at that river that runs through it. As if there's not enough room in this house, which there is plenty of, you also have this beautiful outdoor oasis with an exquisite serpentine pool. You know, in Texas, we really do use our pools. I mean, my friends swim every day because it's hot and that's how we cool off. And this pool is where you want to jump in the middle of August. You know, that occurred to me about this home. I'll save you money on your vacation. You just stay here in August. It's cool, it's got a pool, and you can have all the friends move in with you down to the wine cellar. This is the perfect place to have your morning cup of coffee quietly, serenely, or even a beautiful little cup of tea about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because everyone in Texas loves an outside room. Welcome to 4724 St. John's Drive. Let's go inside and see how Highland Park lives. Well, here we are in beautiful Highland Park, which is the epitome of luxury in Dallas living. And we've come into this gorgeous home on St. John Drive, which is on the market for a mere $5.7 million. And I want you to see all the details that go into that. Now, we're going to look at a coffered ceiling that was based on a beautiful home in Italy. And it took months to put this together. Every inch of this home has details out the wazoo that just make it more than $5.7 million, but we won't tell anyone that. Here we go. Let's take a tour. I feel like I'm standing in a palace in Italy, and as a matter of fact, that's where all this woodwork came from, basically. The detail is amazing. Now, I know the builder who built this house, and this man, he does not waste time. He just goes right in and makes every corner worth $1 million. The beauty of Highland Park is that these homes manage to get these gorgeous swimming pools on lots that are, you know, not as big as some of the lots in North Dallas, but they're absolutely stupendous with waterfalls and seated cushions and marble and lights and fountains. And that's where all the entertaining happens. You know, I have never seen a kitchen with this much detail in it before. It is jam-packed. First of all, if you look to the top, you've got the groin vaulted ceiling that also was, you know, patterned after that beautiful Italian mansion in the heart of Italy. But look at the counters here, and we've got inlaid tile and marble and mosaics. One of my favorite things in a great kitchen is a huge sink. I mean, I think that if you don't have a huge sink, you don't have a kitchen. This sink, to die for, deep and big. 2 dishwashers, one on either side of the sink, very handy. Oh my God, our stove. It's so beautiful though with that tile and the mosaic behind it that we probably don't want to cook on here too much, but we sure can because it's a Wolf. And the cabinetry in this kitchen, the owners are very proud of it. They designed it themselves. It's handmade, hand scraped. You cannot even find the refrigerator in this kitchen. I'm going to let you guess. I think it's over here. We're gonna take a shot and see. is this a refrigerator? It's just too beautiful. It's a refrigerator. I found the pickles. Okay, this house even has another sink, a second sink here on the bar. That's the bar sink or the vegetable sink, 2 ovens, a little garage for your appliances. What more could you want? I even see light coming in from the backsplash. This is a really wonderful technique that they use in a lot of the homes here in Highland Park because they're on narrow lots. So you open up the backsplash as a window, which just brings so much light into your kitchen. I mean, you never have to leave. And if you like to cook, that can be a very good thing. So this is how we entertain in Dallas. We do it all out by the pool. Now this pool is all custom limestone and it is absolutely to die for gorgeous. Of course the pool is heated. We might even cool it down in the middle of August. Next to the pool we have this beautiful bar and grill and basically an outdoor living area because that's something else that's very, very big in Dallas. We live in our outdoor rooms and we love them. Look at this amazing floor. You're probably going to be like me and say, no, 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 that's not a floor, that's an oriental rug. But it's not. It's an intricate mosaic tile floor that is an absolute hallmark of the builder of this home. By the way, he's done a lot of the tile work, in fact, all the tile work at the Venetian and the Bellagio in Las Vegas. And he's also rumored to have done some work for Oprah Winfrey. How do you like that? Everyone knows in Dallas that his homes have this absolutely beautiful signature tile because he owns factories in Italy and imports his stones from all over the world. Now, this bathroom is, I can't call it a bathroom, it's a master suite spa, and it has a beautiful deep soaking tub. Of course there's jacuzzi jets in there, and of course there's the double vanities, and there's the huge oversized shower with also the beautiful marbled and mosaic tile in there. But there's also a feeling that you get when you walk in here that you are absolutely away from the world and you're in paradise. Who needs 50 shades of gray when you've got black and white? Look at this room. This is amazing. It was decorated by famous Dallas designer Kathy Allardyce, who, little name dropping here, is also doing a lot of work for Daryl and Diane Johnson, always has. She created this room as a guest room for the owners in this house, and they love it. And you know what? I'm going to be the next guest here. How about you? This is the wine cellar, the tasting room. In fact, you could have dinner down here. It's fabulous. And again, we have the beautiful groin vaulted ceiling that is a true hallmark of this home. In fact, if I had to give this home a name, I think I would call it the home of beautiful ceilings. Beautiful ceilings, a wine room, a theater, a beautiful pool, an absolutely to die for master spa bath. This house just has it all. But right now, I think it's time to taste some wine.
Where'd you have it done? Cheryl, you look fantastic. Skintastic, girl. Skintastic over in Dallas. It was a perfect weekend. 5-star hotel, limo, just Jack and I, and no one in this town has a clue.
When it's time for a little nip tuck, let the pros at Skintastic set it all up over in Dallas. No hassle, no worry, and no one needs to know.
Fantastic. Skintastic.
We've all heard of Botox. The name Botox has become part of our everyday conversation, and with over 3 million Botox procedures performed in the United States last year alone, ever-increasing applications of the wonder drug, and increasing consumer demand and awareness of its inherent safety profile, there is no question that Botox has secured its place in our medication refrigerator here at Skintastic. The FDA approved the use of Botox Cosmetic in April 2002. Botox Cosmetic is used to temporarily improve the appearance of moderate to severe frown lines between the eyebrows, called the glabella, also by many referred to the 11s. It was the first relaxer to be approved here in the United States. Botox is a botulism type A, which is a protein produced by the bacterium Clostridium, When used in medical settings as an injectable form, the toxin in small doses into the affected muscles block the release of the chemical acetylcholine that would otherwise signal the muscle to contract. The toxin thus relaxes or weakens the injected muscle. That is why it's called a relaxer. Botox Cosmetic is used to treat adult patients who want to look younger. The most common areas are frown lines, forehead lines, and crow's feet. Other areas include the neck and upper lip. How long Botox lasts depends entirely on the patient, but a single treatment of Botox will normally be sustained for approximately 3 months. You will notice a gradual fading of its effects. Usually, Botox treatment is required only 3 to 4 times a year. Symptoms may vary throughout the course of the condition, so the degree of relief and duration varies from person to person. People often ask me, is Botox safe? I always tell them that if performed by a trained physician, there is minimal chance of danger. I perform Botox injections in the office every day, and the procedure takes about 10 minutes. Since the procedure is non-surgical, no recovery time is needed. After Botox cosmetic treatment, you can go back to work or other activities right away. It takes about 5 to 7 days before the full effects can be seen.
I'm very satisfied with my results. I now understand why Botox Cosmetic is so popular. It really works. My frown lines are so much smoother. It's still the true me, just without those noticeable frown lines between my brows. I would definitely talk to the doctor about another Botox Cosmetic treatment. I'm happy with my results, and there's a real history with the product.
But in the past 2 years, an increasing number of reports have been produced showing that Botox may finally have real competition in the battle of the wrinkle. As is generally happens, a newer product has been clinically tested that has been utilized in Europe and South America with promising results. Long before we ever see it here in the United States, only a couple of years old, the latest new injection is being marketed as Disport or Xeomin, and it's giving Botox a run for its wrinkle. Disport and Botox have similar mechanism of actions. They both are muscle relaxants. Disport has a more rapid onset of action than Botox. So I use Disport in people who want to see their effects sooner. Botox is a more precise drug. Disport spreads more during the injection. This is both a good and a bad thing. It is good in that large areas that need injection, such as the forehead or armpits, would require fewer injections due to the spreading. This would mean less likelihood of potential discomfort, swelling, or bruising for the patient. It is bad unless the physician is an experienced injector with a good understanding of the more complex muscles around the eyes, between the eyebrows. The Disport could spread into unwanted areas, causing unwanted side effects. As always, competition is a good thing. The emergence of an alternative drug to Botox should spur on pricing competition that will benefit both patients and physicians alike. Also, new research and development is already underway to provide the next bigger and better product. Anyone heard of PureTox, Xeomin, Revance? If not, you will soon. Time as always will tell, and the wait should be worth it. Any wrinkles that appear in the mirror now will have multiple options to address them. I'm often asked by patients, what should I use? Is it Botox? Is it Disport? Is it a filler? Or what should I do? And these questions vary from individual. That's why it's so important to have a physician that has experience in all these areas. In general, from the eyes up, it's generally best to use one of the relaxers. That would be either Botox or Dysport. From the eyes down, it's generally better to use a filler. That would be either Restylane, Juvederm, Radius, or some others. The difference between them varies from patient to patient. Some patients want quicker onset of action. They want it for this weekend. They want it for 2 nights from now. Those patients, the answer is Dysport. Some patients want the tried and true, and in those patients, the answer is Botox. Men with larger foreheads or that are balding that need a greater surface area probably can use Dysport. Women with smaller areas that need the exactness of placement of the product probably do better with Botox. And in experienced hands, all these procedures, both the relaxers and the fillers, give patients a natural look. What I tell my patients, it's that everyone will notice you, but no one will know that you've done anything. So it makes them feel good. They look like themselves. They realize they're in a beauty. They feel better about themselves and how others perceive them.
Welcome to 10660 Billionaires Lane. Oops! I mean Straight Lane, because you know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We call Straight Lane Billionaires Row here in Dallas. Why? Because all the billionaires in town live here. I mean, there's Kenny Trout, there's Ross Perot, there's Dirk Nowitzki, and there's that guy across the street building the water park. I mean, this is where everyone wants to be. The most coveted street in Dallas, really and truly. So now we're going to take you inside a home that was actually put together, well, the lot was put together with 4 different lots knitted together, and then they built this beautiful 15,000 square foot home, and you are going to love it. You know, everything is bigger and better in Texas, and this house is definitely bigger and better. How big? 15,000 square feet, 8 bedrooms, 7 full bathrooms, and I think there's 4.5 or 5 half bathrooms. It's really amazing to have all this space. There's also a lot of entertainment areas that are just perfect to use because, you know, we've got great weather here in Texas. You might ask me, why is there all that entertainment space? What do they do with that? Well, this happens to be a very philanthropic family. The Romano family actually started Hunger Busters that feeds almost all the homeless people in Dallas. You know, he started his investment in a heart stent years ago that turned out to be extremely successful and saved millions of lives through surgery. So they have a lot of parties here, and they even have handicapped access for guests that come to their party. So this is why this house is so big and so special, but the best part about it is it's so used. Just don't forget us when you have a party. We want to come. This is the kitchen, but it's not just any kitchen. This is Phil Romano's kitchen. Now, you know, we know Phil Romano is the great restaurateur. I mean, after all, he brought us Nick and Sam's, Fuddruckers, the Macaroni Grill, and Eatsies, which reminds me, I need to stop there on my way home and pick up dinner. He's responsible for more than 20 different restaurant concepts, and everyone thinks about him and food. And yes, 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 there were a lot of dinner parties here, and I wish I would have been a fly on the wall at least half of them. All the celebrities here in Dallas gossip about everyone else right here in this kitchen. Well, what you may not know about Mr. Phil Romano is that not only is he a great man of food and ideas and concepts, he's also a great artist. You know, he designed this home himself. He designed the grounds, he designed the interior design, he designed this kitchen, and he's also a partner in an art gallery, Samuel Lynn Gallery here in Dallas. And he paints, and we're going to see rooms here that he's painted in. what you're also going to see is the ceiling. Every single ceiling in this house is different, it's creative, and it reflects him just as much as this kitchen does. You know, I have this little saying on my blog that you can never be too thin, too rich, or have too many closets. Now let me tell you, this is a closet. I'm here at the Romano house on Straight Lane and loving this master closet. I can just imagine getting in here and looking for my clothes in all these perfectly proportioned shelves and cabinets, because this is really more like an art gallery than an actual closet. In fact, I think it's better than the Chanel closet at Champ d'Or. What woman wouldn't want to come in here and put all her fine shoes and clothes and handbags in the most organized fashion possible and get dressed or get undressed? Planes, sharks, and cowboys, oh my. Okay, this is a little boy's dream room. Actually, it's any boy's dream room. It's fabulous. It's very, very close to the master. It's actually right off the master's sitting room, so that if anyone wants mom and dad in the middle of the night, they can find them easily, which I think is so wonderful about this home. It is a huge home, but it's also very family-centric, and it's designed so that the family is together in the most important rooms. Now, talk about important room. What little boy wouldn't want to be here, where he can go up the spiral stairs into his very own loft, into his very own secret room with a darling little airplane hanging overhead, a shark on the wall, his bed looking out over the vast grounds and the beautiful bass-filled lake. Finally, he could just turn around and look at the Dallas Cowboys right in his own bedroom. When you come out to the grounds of this beautiful 5+ acre estate, you really feel Lily Romano. I can just see her out here with her yoga class on this beautiful green lawn, having a great time meditating, looking at the breathtaking views of the private lake with the fountains flowing into the beautiful rocky creek. There's a jogging trail, there's a tennis court. Everything is out here to basically have a resort lifestyle in your very own home in the middle of Dallas. There is the pool, the multiple outdoor entertaining areas with fireplaces and kitchens. I don't think I can count the kitchens in this house. And of course, there's scenic grounds everywhere for company and entertaining.
So much for joining us for this episode of Luxury Dallas, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. But until then, go like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter so that you can stay updated on all that is this city's finest. Luxury Dallas has been brought to you by Skintastic, your beauty realized. For information on booking a segment, contact Lamont PR. This has been a production of Media Matters, when your message needs to matter.